We're live, brother. Yeah, we are.
Oh my God, that's not even funny. That's really not funny.
All right, moving on from here.
Hell of a Raw. Well, fill me in because I only made it up to Stephanie Vicker.
I can't believe Pam did the job tonight, bro.
Who did the job?
Pam? Sorry, Bailey.
Yeah, like you're on a
What are they
first name
doing
basis.
with her?
Who knows? Who's
Nothing.
to say?
Clearly.
The WrestleMania card is still a little bit unclear for certain people. Bailey makes her way in there. I'm a little upset
Which is a
about
shame because how many weeks out are we right now?
basically what, 5 weeks, right? Just over a month.
Oh, we should totally do that. Scotty. Wait.
Aja, can you hear me? It's your face, bro.
And Scott's gone. This is going to be a long night, brother. Scott. We're going to get this figured out, guys. We've discovered that Scott is on DSL. They called it Legacy DSL. I didn't know DSL had a legacy. It's a poor legacy, by the way. Hey, Scott. You're back, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
Have it in color. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have two unboxings today. Hey, there's Scott. Welcome back to the show. This is the Stiff Shot Podcast. We are jumping into our next segment here, which is card unboxing, guys, because I know there's a lot of videos out there that deal with card unboxing. This is a pro wrestling podcast. So what we're going to be doing is card unboxing for pro wrestling cards. I'll hold up mine real quick here for the folks on video. Wow, look at that, guys. So for those of you who don't know what this
Was that a countdown?
this is a card pack from 1991, sealed, never opened. See, just to prove I'm not working the audience here. Nice and sealed. That seal lasted for how many years is that?
35
on point. But it's been a long
years.
time since 1991.
35.
35. We knew Gata was there with the mental math.
Speaking of math, there might be a Steiner in there.
Ooh.
Don't have a pack of bubble gum with them, so.
Damn. Where's my Bazooka Joe, man? God, I just got to go to the barbershop for that. So what everybody remembers that, huh? As a kid, you go to the barbershop, you get the Bazooka Joe when you've made it through the haircut and you haven't like completely thrown a fit, punched the barber in the face, you know? You get your Bazooka Joe reward with your little comic in the gimmick there. So anywho, we have this, okay? So this is I know it was completely mass produced, still being sold in 2026, but you know what? I don't give a crap. We're going to open it anyway, and everybody's going to be excited, including myself, because I haven't seen these cards in probably 30 years, brother. Also, Scott, you have something even cooler than this. Guys, something more modern, but Scott, give us a little background.
I went to, I'll name the place, of course, Ken's Cards. It's a place I've been going to probably for the last 15 or some odd years. Tremendous place for cards, but the thing that brings me to there is they actually have a wrestling room. So there's a room specificated just with wrestling memorabilia for sale, lots and lots of autographs, lots of unsigned photos. And because it is a card store, I decided to pick up some cards too. But one of the things I did get the other day, and it just corresponds to, I believe it was our first episode. Maybe it was episode 2. I don't know. Somebody can help me out a little bit. But I saw an 8x10 of Rick Martel and Tony Gurria. And I said to myself,
break this out right now.
I said to myself, think I have to get this. I thought,
brother.
Are we real?
Guys, in case you're just tuning in with us for episode 3, I highly suggest you go back and check out episode 1 and 2, because in episode 2, we got everything righted. Okay. We got everything figured out, I think. But now, you know, something tells me Scott's going to throw a little wrench in the mix here.
But the Can-Am connection that we all know and love to this day is Rick Martel and none other than the Z-Man, Tom Zank. I saw this photo at Ken's Cards in his wrestling room, and I just had to pick it up, and here it is. Look at that. Vintage photos.
My God, look at this. How?
Tag Team Champions. Now, I guess they didn't even have a name. I guess they were just Rick Martel and Tony Gurria. But what does that say there? It says, I have to read it backwards, a George Napolitano photo, the famous wrestling photographer from back then.
Man, that guy's a legend, man.
And I had to pick this up, but why? I mean, I had to do it for the podcast, but also this upcoming weekend, I will be going to the big event in Long Island, and I'll have to get this signed because both of these gentlemen will be there for a rare appearance. So I'll ask you guys, what color is Sharpie, though? I need to know.
Go ahead.
Blue? I think blue would be the name.
Oh, man. All right. guys, post in the comments, send us a message, let us know soon here, because the big event, I should say, is right around the corner. And as we mentioned last week, it may be Rick Martel's last appearance certainly in the Northeast, maybe in the continental United States. So this is a big one. We need to know the Sharpie color. So tell us what color would go good on that very generic photo that Scott's holding up right now. The fact that you found that, I mean, shit, we were talking about how these cards have been sitting on the shelf for 35 years. How long has that photo been sitting on the shelf, brother? I mean, man, long time. What the hell's Ken doing? Where the heck does he get this stuff, man?
I think he buys people's lots, when people sell their wrestling collection. Maybe one day when I'm gone, who knows? This stuff could go to Ken's Jr. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe he got it out of Strangler Lewis's locker. I don't know, man. That's an old photo there. Maybe it was Haystacks Calhoun's duffel bag, brother.
But anyway,
I don't know.
I saw that photo, had to pick it up. And when I exited the wrestling room, I, was looking at all the cards. And I just, when I was a kid, basketball cards, football cards, baseball cards, they were all very interesting to me, and I collected them. But nowadays, I don't know. I just, I'm a big wrestling nerd, so I was like, you know what? I was like, WWE's been doing a lot lately. They have the Panini deal, and now they got the Topps deal. It's gambling in a sense, and I'm a gambler, so it's like, get the cards, you hope you get an autograph, right?
You're kidding.
So I saw that they had,
and he's going to Vegas, folks.
Yeah. So I'll do some gambling there. Brand new set just came out. It's what I do believe they just hit the shelves. It's Topps Universe. You can see it's already been opened, but I have a bunch of packs here inside that we are going to open right here after Tim opens his WCW pack. So we'll see if we get anything here. We get...
Brother.
Are we really?
Brother.
Are we really? In the chat can tell me. I guess it just means it's a numbered card. And then who knows, maybe, if we're lucky in this blaster, we'll have an autograph. So we'll see.
Oh man, I'm feeling good tonight. I don't know. I think there's definitely an autograph in the cards here. I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm definitely thinking that Lady Luck is on our side tonight, guys. So we'll see what happens there when Scott goes ahead and opens up that pack that he just described. I'm going to go ahead and hit the WCW real quick. I'm sure we have a lot of viewers that were definitely alive in 9-1 actually remember these. So if you remember these, let us know, man. I do recall these back in the day. I did have some in my collection. In fact, I still have those somewhere in my vast wrestling memorabilia collection. But without further ado, guys, let's do this. Okay. So we're gonna open the pack live on air. For those of you joining us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, by the way, we are on both of those now, which is huge. So we are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So go there. Definitely follow us, like, subscribe, check us out, set up those auto downloads, guys, so you're not missing out on any of the brand new episodes that we have coming your way. You're going to want to check out the video to be able to see what the heck we're doing here, but I will give a running commentary of what we're doing here. So we're going to go ahead and reveal. Man, okay, all right. El Gigante, right on the front there, guys. If you don't remember this dude, he was an Argentinian wrestler. What, Scott, 7 foot?
I think if we checked Wikipedia, it'd probably say legit, maybe 7'6". If some of you would maybe more recognize him in a bodysuit at that period of time as the Giant Gonzalez, the build height was 8 feet tall. So
8 feet tall. Yes, they did. I remember that, man, as a kid.
I do believe 8 foot, 7'6". He is still, I think, would have to be on record as the tallest wrestler
ever.
I think ever. I mean, Omos might become very close, but I do believe if you I think I remember reading in a WWE magazine, it's like they had like one of those, when you're a kid and you have the height chart, when you get your picture when you're a suspect or whatever, before you go to prison, and they have the little sketches or the little lines with the heights. And I just remember seeing in the magazine, I think Giant Gonzalez was the tallest of the bunch above Andre the Giant. So I do believe that man is the tallest wrestler, except for possibly the $1 Million Man when he's standing on top of his wallet.
Wow. All right, guys. I hope you were able to absorb all that. And actually, I just realized I have a cheat sheet back here. Okay. So on the back of the card, it lists his height. He is billed at who knew? On the back, it says height. I'm going to turn it around for you. Look at this. Look at that mug shot on the back, huh?
What do we got?
Look at him smiling.
I want to say 7'6". Does that say 7?
That's going to be 7'7", Scott. 7'7" is what the bookers at WCW billed him as.
I believe 7'7".
7'7".
Might have been.
I'm gonna have to turn this to look at his weight. 435 pounds, guys. So not as heavy as Andre the Giant at 520. He is billed at 435. And I'm sure everybody's next question was, what was Giant Gonzalez's favorite food? The answer to that question is the chewable kind. Says it right here on this card.
I do believe 7'7" was also the height of famous basketball player George Mucian, if I said his name correctly. I believe that is the person that's,
whose rookie card is worth a lot of money,
I think
right?
his number for, I want to say, the Washington Bullet was number 77, which coincided with him being 7'7", and he was also the co-star.
Oh my God.
He was the co-star in the movie My Giant with Billy Crystal, which apparently was an homage to Billy Crystal's friendship with Andre the Giant.
Scott, I don't even know what to say after all that.
I could do a 45-minute PowerPoint presentation on every card on your in your pack there. But let's move on to the next one. What do you got next?
Dude. No, I hope everybody listened to that. That was insanity. He just went from like we went from wrestling
Billy
to
Crystal,
basketball to Billy Crystal. We ended at. Oh my God. Okay.
We can talk about city slickers now.
Leave it to Scott to take it off the rails. But yeah, man. Wow, dude. This guy's an animal. He's a machine, guys. This is why he's on this podcast.
Well, Shawn Michaels
Stiff Shot Podcast. Only
right
here.
There for my wrestling mind.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I don't even know. I couldn't even recap what the hell you just said, Scott. So that was unbelievable. He tied it back to El Gigante's weight and height. Maybe not weight, height. Incredible stuff, guys. We got to keep moving here because we got a whole pack to unbundle. Oh, let me holla at you, player.
Teddy Long.
There we go, man. Teddy Long. Look at that, dude.
Do-rag on.
Teddy Long, he got his start in WCW as like the ring guy who like took the outfits and stuff. Jim Crockett Promotions back in Mid-Atlantic. Right? Jim Crockett Promotions, man. Teddy Long was taking outfits for years, guys, until he became the manager for Doom in WCW, and then he was thugging and bugging in the WWF, WWE later on in his career, but total journeyman, right? And it's like it's just me again, guys.
This podcast is about to be more chopped up than a Yamaguchi-san Sword Company exhibit.
That's right, brother. All right. Okay, next card. Oh, the man called Sting, former world's heavyweight champion. This is Sting. Gary Michael Capetta, announcer for WCW in the 1990s. Yeah, Gary Michael Capetta in the 90s, man. Love that dude. He was great. Came before David Penzer, I believe. Is that correct, Scott?
Believe so. Yeah. Before Penzer, yeah. And then Penzer went into I'd have to think about that for a second. But
TNA?
Maybe. Anyway, what's your next card?
NWA TNA. Okay, next card. I'm not even looking at it. What do we got?
Terry Taylor.
Taylor.
You know what? He'll be at that convention with Rick Martel and Tony Gurria. Might have to get that card signed.
Scott, I'll FedEx it over to you. You can get the old Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster. Scott, it says on the back here his favorite hold was the 5-arm. Not familiar with the old 5-arm, Scott. How about you?
Figure 4. I don't know what a 5-arm is, though. But
next card, guys.
It's Fabulous Freebirds, but I think there's only one of them.
Fabulous, yes. The Fabulous Freebirds. So that's going to be Michael P.S. Hayes.
Terry Gordy.
Jimmy Jam Garvin. Terry Gordy.
Yeah, Jimmy Jam.
Love me some Jimmy Jam.
Did I get that right? Yeah.
I think so. We're going to go with that. If you don't get it right, Scott, I guarantee you the fans are going to make you get it right, brother. That's right. Bad Street USA. Okay. That was actually Michael. Interesting. It's the front of it's Fabulous Freebirds. Back of it, guys, Michael P.S. Hayes only, which is kind of
the back of them's got both of them.
I don't know why they did that.
You just showed both of them on the back.
I know, but it's weird. If you look, try to get this in the camera.
It only says his name.
It says Michael P.S. Hayes
I see what you're saying.
only. Yeah, because I looked at the weight and it says 247. I'm like, the Fabulous Freebirds were a combined weight of 247? Freaking way. All right, next one, guys.
That's a blast.
Mr. Wall Street, VK Wall Street.
AKA IRS, AKA Captain Mike Rotunda.
And real quick, Scott, speaking of Gary Michael Capetta, I may or may not have a Captain Mike Rotunda t-shirt, like original t-shirt from like 90, whatever the hell that would. No, you're good. No, I can hear your audio. You're frozen in time. You're gonna have to do yeoman's work. I'm just saying. Every time he drops, I cringe. It's a little warm in here.
Remember who you purchased that Captain Mike Rotunda shirt from?
There he is. Yeah, Gary Michael Capetta, man. I bought the damn T-shirt off of Gary Michael Capetta.
Yeah. All right, what else you got there in that deck?
Lex Luger. Yeah, nice. Boca Raton, Florida. Why is every wrestler from Boca Raton? Guess what his favorite hold is?
5-arm, is it?
Thank God it's not an old 5-arm, brother. This is a power slam. So that goes to show you Lex Luger's vast. He's almost like man of 1,000 holds here, and he chooses a power slam.
I mean, his move was always the forearm, while Terry Taylor had the 5-arm. Luger had that plate into the forearm,
But yeah, later in his career, I think his favorite hold or maneuver became the forearm smash there when he was the narcissist, huh?
I believe so.
All right, next up, guys. Here we go. You called
Steiner
it, man.
brothers.
The Steiners, Rick
I'll
and
be
Scott.
honest with you, these WCW packs, if you're familiar with them, everybody, it's like the same people in everyone. You're guaranteed pretty much a Steiner, a Freebird, a Flair, a Sting, a Luger. Pretty much in every.
Yeah. No, you're totally right on that, Scott. I do recall that because I put an album together as a kid. The album was just like the same pages, same cards over and over again on every page. But I still thought it was really cool. Real quick, guys, I want to share with you Rick Steiner's motto. It's not my fault. I kind of like that motto. I think I'm going to use that motto.
I think Snitsky took it from him before you, but
you just beat me to the punch. Yes, Snitsky stole his motto. All right, guys, next. Wow, we got another stinger. Venice Beach, California. Goodbye, Scott. 262 pounds. Pincher. Welcome back, Gata.
What else you got left there?
All right, next one, guys. Oh, classic, man. Nature Boy. Flair throwing up the four horsemen. Don't even need an introduction on this one. Styling, his hobbies are styling and profiling. That's kind of my hobbies too, man. That's how I live life. Styling and profiling. Nature Boy Ric Flair needs no introduction. Next card, guys. Ooh, the Southern Boys.
Ooh, now you know what? Tracy Smothers?
Check. Ooh, if you get
is it
Scott.
like, I'm just going to say, is that Bobby Duncombe Jr.? Is that who it is?
No, Scott. And you know what? To be
wait. Second guess.
Oh, what do we got?
Was it because I don't even remember this time period, but is it like before he was repackaged? Is it Van Hammer?
Ooh, not Van Hammer. Another good guess, though. I think Van Hammer might have had his own card in this series here.
You know what? Last guess. Is it Kendall Windham?
It's not Kendall Windham. It's not Kendall Windham.
I feel like that guy could have been in the West Texas Rednecks, but go ahead.
He could have been. Yeah, I heard rap is crap, but to each his own. We're going to go with you. Ready, Scott? You done freaking guessing here, bud?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get it out of the way. It's not Haystack.
You're never going to get this shit. Honestly, the Southern Boys, how long were they together? Like, we have a producer, somebody, Southern Boys as a tag. The answer is Steve Armstrong. So one of the old Armstrong boys. Guys, last one, Sid Vicious. Wow. All right. Feet of strength there, guys. 6'9". His quote. Are you ready for this quote? I am a fuel-injected suicide machine. Wow. What do you even say to that? You can't print that on a card in 2026, can you?
You know what? These 5-arms suicide machine. I don't even think they consulted this 1991 roster. I think they were like, we need something to put on the card. I'm a maniacal suicide machine.
I don't think Sid maybe ever said that in his life. Scott, you need to confirm this for us, and you need to take video footage of this for the Stiff Shot podcast. When you go and meet Terry Taylor, you need to ask him, Terry, what is your favorite wrestling hold? And see what he says. And then if he doesn't say the 5-arm, you say, Terry.
I'll have him sign the card while I ask him the question. And then when he gives me a different answer, I'm going to flip the card over. Well, actually.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Terry.
This is what you said.
This is what you said in 1991, Terry. Okay? 5-arm. Did we get confirmation on what the hell the 5-arm is yet? I don't know. God. Yeah. But like, seriously, we need to find out. Was this bullshit? Were these cards just gimmicked and like, pencil pusher in the back actually wrote all this crap up? It looks like they nailed the weights though. And heights.
The 5-arm. Do you think maybe it's just like, 5 fingers and a follow-through punch? That's probably all it was.
Freaking hope so, because if Terry Taylor has 5 arms, I haven't seen more than 2.
Imagine, though, if you were in a match and you got a 5-arm followed by a John Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle, you'd be done. It'd be over with.
Dude, It'd be over. Yeah, you wouldn't even need to do anything else. Just those 2 moves. 1, 2, 3, pin them. That was the last card. So the deck is finished. I have concluded my pack opening for the WCW cards. Hopefully that was somewhat entertaining for you guys. It was entertaining for me because it kind of took me back on down memory lane here, man. Because like I said, I haven't seen these cards in a long, long time. This is a fresh pack. Scott just got it, last week?
A couple months ago. Guys. We could stay on memory lane because I just opened up my WCW pack. So we'll do this real quick before we get into the newbies. But first one I got, who do we got there? The Nature Boy. That's a nice one. Ric Flair.
Woo!
I do just want to point out, very 90s-ish, right? Like, look at that style. You got the slant with the picture. The background is like, can we see it? So yeah, look at that. Look at that. I love that border.
The sequins, man.
Yellow and the red.
Oh yeah, the border on the border on the cards, man. Classic.
So we got Flair. What do we got next here?
What do we got next, guys?
Is that a Steiner Brothers? I'm reading it. Oh, that's a Southern Boys. Sorry. I'm reading it backwards. So
more Southern Boys?
More Southern Boys. We got another Sid Vicious. I'm telling you, you get the same people in every pack. So
I think lying, guys.
Somewhere I have a checklist, and it's like, there's 11 different Sid Viciouses. There's 20 different Flairs. Well, speaking of other Flairs, there's another Flair right there.
Another Flair. Wow.
And
what a great deck of cards.
Maybe I don't know who that is. He's suplexing, but. And we got next another Southern.
My God, same cards over and over. Who you got there?
Backing, but we got Missy Hyatt.
Missy Hyatt.
But look who that is with her.
Who is that, Scott? Looks like Gordon Soley. You're just zooming in on Missy's there. Keeping this PG, folks. Is that Tara Taylor? Oh, is that JR? No. It's JR.
My God, yeah, of course it is.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Next we got here we go.
That only took 10
on Anderson.
Double A on Anderson.
Flying Brian.
Wow, that's a new one, guys. Flying Brian Pillman.
It says, not only does Flying Brian like wrestling, he literally throws himself into the sport. And then it says Z-Man, who's been Brian's tag team partner. So when Martel went to go with Tito Santana, the Z-Man went to WCW and joined up with Flying Brian Pillman. A Doom one again.
But they were not called.
Is that the same El Gigante that you just had?
Scott, let me check my pack.
I think he only had the same outfit. So, and then I have another Terry Taylor.
He's got a pink.
Terry Taylor shaking those ring ropes. I have it's card number 85 is what I have.
Okay, Scott, I'm card number 91.
That means at least there's 5 more in between there of El Gigante.
5 more El Gigantes, God, as if you didn't have enough with.
That's a nice Steiner brother. Look at that, the dog-faced gremlin with the dog and the Letterman jacket.
I can't tell who's prettier
in the Topps WWE universe. The ones that just been
guys. Here we go. These are tough to find, man. They're sold out everywhere. They're sold out on Topps.com right now. I checked on it. The whole
Blaster,
set.
I think.
Blaster. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
That is Booker T.
See, these are a lot fancier than the WCWs, man.
It's a very shiny card, so it's gonna reflect. What do we got?
Yeah, it's just working wonders here with this lighting here, Scott.
Ilya Dragunov. Okay.
What do you got there, Scott?
He was in the WCW cards. Now he's here. Oh. Sid. And it's a Survivor Series Sid. If I'm not mistaken, that is Survivor Series the night he won the championship, which you, Timbo Slice, happened to be at live for in Madison Square Garden.
Unbelievable, man. Wow. I love how we bring shit full circle around here on the Stiff Shop podcast. It's unreal, the amount of connections that we're making. It's great.
A Finn Balor SummerSlam.
Is that Finn Balor from the Balor Club?
Yeah. He is, and he's doing a pedigree to Seth Rollins. SummerSlam where he got injured. I appreciate the Irish accent on the eve of St. Patty's Day.
Thank you very much, actually. I worked very hard on my Irish accent.
That is, I can't tell who that is. Is it Raquel Rodriguez? Oh my God, never mind. It's Dexter Loomis.
You were so close.
Sorry. My apologies to Raquel and Dexter. And then what's that here?
Everybody else and our viewers, folks.
Maybe his last WWE card. That is Tommaso Ciampa.
Wow. Or possibly Tommaso Ciampa, definitely. Depending on what part of the country you're from. But yeah, wow. Who is now AEW superstar, yeah?
Yes.
Tommaso Ciampa. We used to watch that guy, honestly, in indies in the Northeast, right? Break into the business here. So yeah, we got to watch that guy with like 50 people in the freaking place. And now he's on the big stage. So good for him, man. hard worker.
Yeah, that was actually a famous if anybody out there ever watched the Wrestling Road Diaries documentary, which is, independent film, I think filmed by Colt Cabana. He was on that show. Like he actually faced Tommaso Ciampa, and that was actually Daniel Bryan slash Brian Danielson's. If it wasn't his last independent show, it was like his second to last independent show before he got signed to WWE. So we are talking like late summer, early fall 2009. And I'm
Wow.
such a nerd that I actually recognized Tommaso Ciampa's wife. I don't know if maybe it was just fiance back then or girlfriend who,
Okay. All right.
little known fact, though, if anybody puts the pieces together, though, the reason why I say his wife and the reason why her connection to the wrestling business, she was on Tough Enough season 2 on MTV.
Thank
Jesse
God.
Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you just knew
All
his
right.
wife. Some,
No, no.
no, no.
Anyway, first card from the second
All
pack.
right.
Also,
Moving on.
I think was the last card I showed on the WCW pack. You want to take a guess who's in this one?
How is this all coming together like this? This is incredible.
We got Rick Steiner right there.
Another dog face Kremlin. We've
Yeah, no
had
dog
him
in this
appear
photo.
now we've had him appear 3 times now in 2 different sets. Incredible.
All right, next I got 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. That's a nice one.
Wow. Main event time, brother. Main event time. Where's that autograph, Scott? Damn it.
Oh, is that whoa, what do we got here? Is that something? Oh, it's a numbered. It's a numbered.
Ma'am.
And on all days that this could come on 3/16 day. Look at that.
Get
That
the
is
fuck
Stone
out.
Cold. Think that's a parallel 211 of 399.
Wow.
You see it there? You see it there? So I think that's a major pull. I don't know too much about this set, but you could see the design. I think that's one of these parallels. I mean, it's numbered.
If it's numbered, it's gotta be, man.
This one's going in a sleeve. I gotta find a sleeve here, but
Wow. Yeah, don't touch that with your bare paws, gotta. Put
like
that one
no other
right
way
in
to
the
do it.
sleeve, man. Yeah, go easy on that one, huh? We'll get it PSA graded. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, 316,
We'll bring
guys.
that one
See, I
back.
knew something was going on tonight. I told you.
Right
I
on
told you.
360.
Lady Luck. Lady Luck.
We got
316 day.
When The Miz won the Money in the Bank briefcase back in
Okay.
2010.
Okay.
Who we got there?
Nice card.
Oh,
nice
speaking of
card.
Money in the Bank, we got a WrestleMania when Rob Van Dam won the Money in the Bank right there.
Mr. 420. We're on 316 day. 420
Angel.
days coming up.
Los Garza.
Wow.
So that Austin one, we'll come back to that one, I think, at the end here.
We got to come back to that one. We got to Google that one. If anybody knows, jump in the chat. Let us know. Send us a message. Definitely comment on the video. Let us know what we actually have here, guys, because both Scott and I are new to this set, new to this top set. So we need all the help we can get. But, the fact that it's numbered like that, Scott, got to be a
What do we got?
all right.
There? Mr. Chest Protector. We got D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown. Looking at the real deal now.
What do we got next here? What's that? We got, is that Tamatonga?
Tamatonga?
Yeah.
You're allowed to look at it, Scott.
Well, I'm trying to, the surprise element with everybody. Okay, we're upside down. What's that? We got Rhea
right.
Ripley.
Technical difficulties
and
here.
It looks like it's got a cool design to it. I don't know if that means it's a parallel.
Can you tell if it's a parallel based on
So it was
the back?
upside down. It's a namesake. So that's a different kind of thing. But usually, when you get cards, I know if it's upside down in the deck, then it usually means something good. Because now I'm
the old
upside down,
inverted parallel. That's got to be somebody's favorite maneuver.
So who do we got next here? We got Bianca Belair with a WrestleMania entrance.
Cool.
Next,
I like it. Can you tell what Mania that's from, Scott?
That is WrestleMania 38. WrestleMania 38.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I can tell by the stage. I couldn't go by her outfit, but I'm just looking at the card, and I know by the stage.
Wow. Unbelievable,
So
folks.
Carlito, and then Ridge Holland. It looks like we got there, yeah.
Not with the company anymore?
I don't believe so. And then I think he said something online about that he was injured or he needed to pay for rehab or something. But then WWE, I don't know. Something happened. I don't know. But yeah, I don't believe he's with the company. All right, next set. What do we got here? We got, oh, yeah. Wait, no, is that? Yeah, oh, yes, it's Paul Bear. I had to double check.
Thank God.
Because from this angle, I thought it could have been somebody else,
Hmm.
but
Paul
there he
Bear,
is.
Percy Pringle, there he is.
Oh, yes. You can cut that soundbite.
No, we're probably gonna
Where
leave
we
it,
got
Scott.
next? Ooh, is
Scared the
that a Jade
bejesus out of me
Cargill?
as a kid, man.
Jade Cargill, one of my favorites. That's a nice one.
Are you happy she went to WWE?
Tell me that's not who I think it is. Is that Pete Rose?
Come on, you
Yep.
pulled a Pete Rose, bro?
I got a Pete Rose.
Dude, that's gotta be numbered.
It's not numbered. Nah. It is not.
Dude, if that was autographed, can you imagine?
Well, that'd be crazy because I think he's been on for a couple of years now. But Pete Rose,
Before the
everybody,
set
how
was
about
released.
it? How about it?
How about it? How about it?
We have a Royal Rumble Undertaker with the World Heavyweight
Okay.
Championship. So I'm going to say that is Royal Rumble 2010.
This guy's calling
Pretty sure it's
events
Royal
now,
Rumble
man. This is
2010.
incredible, guys.
When he defended against Rey Mysterio. Another Royal Rumble, the Hulkster brother. And then we have Mark Coffey. Also, I do not believe with the company any
Who?
longer. Mark Coffey. This is an NXT card. Don't think they made it out of NXT or from NXT UK first. And then I believe, though, very responsible for helping The Rock get in ring ready for The Rock's return at WrestleMania 40, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice obscure factoid there, Scotty.
We got one pack left.
Okay, all right. We haven't gotten an autograph yet, so
No,
I feel like we're due.
I assume the parallel is that Austin, which if you're going to hit a parallel on 3/16 day, might as well be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This shit writes itself.
Is that JBL? Yeah, it's JBL, right? These honestly, though, like these cards, the way they're set up, like honestly, they're like kind of perfect to get autographed.
Ooh.
Like there's just a lot of space on the card where the autograph would pop. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I mean, this guy doesn't have a big signature. It's just 3 little letters, But
yeah, can't be that hard.
What do we got next here? Is that Mia Yim? See the same thing, a little autograph there on the bottom if you wanted to.
Why not? A little dibbler.
Oh, what's this? Solo Sikoa looks kind of different. What do we got here? When he made his debut, Dazzling Debuts is this card. It says Dazzling
Debuts. Like he was young there.
Oh yeah, well he's still very young. I think he's still in his 20s. That would be his debut at Clash of the Castle when he helped.
Look at this gem you're pulling out before you're even.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to finish when he helped Roman Reigns retain against Drew McIntyre. But anyway, so was that the Warrior? Wow. So WrestleMania 6, which was on my birthday, that would be from his entrance when he still had all the face paint on his face and his chest with the yellow IC title around his waist. Wow,
Love it, dude. That yellow IC title was sick.
All right. What do we got here? That is, Nikita Lyons. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. I think she might be injured, maybe. That's why I haven't heard about her. NXT, though, Tim. You probably never heard of her.
I was going to say, definitely never heard of that one, brother.
All right. Last card we got. So it's not an autograph, but it's a Rey Mysterio. But, so no autographs.
This was 619.
Pull that Austin back up.
Yeah, gentle Scott. Go get gloves or something, dude.
What would that look like autographed, huh? So that's definitely got to be a parallel. When they hear
dude, you might have to bring that one to Vegas.
Universe knows business is about to pick up because Stone Cold Steve Austin is on his way to the ring to stomp a mud hole in someone. Also known as the Texas Rattlesnake, Austin began his career in WCW, calling himself Stunning. After being fired by WCW in a brief sojourn. I learned a word today. A brief sojourn through Austin joined WWE, where it quickly rose through the ranks to become W champion. His rivalry with the Boss is legendary and earned him an induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. So, and I was totally reading that with him off camera, but there it is.
Yeah, hopefully you pronounce that word correctly.
Austin. You know what would have been dope, though, is this is 211 of 399. I mean, what if it was number 316 of 399?
Now you're asking for too much, bro. You already won.
That would be insane.
That would be totally insane. But you already won by pulling this card on March 16th. Take the win, dude. Take the win.
You're right,
Walk away.
All right,
I have to tell you that every time we go to the casino. Jesus, Let's take the win, gotta. All right, now he's going off. I don't know what he's doing, guys.
I was looking for a sleeve, and I thought I didn't have an empty one, so I thought I was going to have to take somebody out of a sleeve, like this Obafemi rookie card I got here. That'll
Oh,
be
look at that
useful
one.
one day. And then I also have an autographed Dink.
Wow, dude, autographed Dink card. That's
Yeah,
a gem right there, man.
green Sharpie, Dink on a tricycle. There's
Dink on a
that.
tricycle, man. Guys, you
I
never
love this.
know
Is one of my
what the hell
favorite
you're gonna see on the Stiv
those
Shop
action-packed
podcast.
cards back in the day.
Man, a Dink on a tricycle. Never would have thought. But yes, those
No?
action pack cards, Scott, those were sick, man. They were like the first, like, they were almost like holographic. You know, I don't know. And they were textured, dude. Like, they weren't just a flat freaking card. They were like, you know, you could feel the damn things. You could feel the tricycle, man. You could feel Dink's tricycle. Go feel the tricycle, Scott, will you?
I don't know if I could turn it sideways. There is I don't know. There's a little bit of a lip on the lettering on the Dink.
We got a lip on the lettering. God, who knows what the hell he's going to pull out now, guys.
Have you ever seen
He's
one of
digging
these?
into the stash.
The oversized action-packed cards. This is an 8x10. You ever see one of those?
My God, I've never seen one of those.
And it's
How
it's like
big
you're
is
right.
that?
It's not flat. It's got ridges,
Yeah,
which always makes
it's
me
got
wonder.
ridge
It's an
hollands.
8x10. It's the same things that are on the card. So here's like a Dink card from that series.
You got an
And
oversized Dink? Oh,
it looks-
jeez, I almost lost it.
So there's the comparison between
Wow,
a regular
man, that
action
is-
pack card and the oversized cards, which I don't know how many of these they made. I feel like maybe it was only Diesel. I don't know. I think I plan on getting this autographed one day, but Big Daddy Cool.
Big Daddy Cool. That was my dad's favorite wrestler. He used to run around the house. Well, didn't run around the house, but, you know, walk around the house. Big Daddy Cool. Big Daddy
Yeah.
Cool. It was great, man. He loved Diesel. Of course he did. Whacking
Our producer
bushes
can
every
cut this
day,
into a
brother.
GIF.
That'd be a great gift, Scott, that no one would download. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Did your dad like licking heads too? I gotta ask.
Yeah, see, I don't know how that would go over nowadays. It's like, were the fans in on it that got their heads licked and their faces licked? Or
You know, that's a solid question. I never really like looked into that, but like, okay, so for those fans that don't know, the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, used to be called the Sheep Herders. Okay, but as the Bushwhackers in WWF back in the day, in the early 90s, they used to come out and they would literally like walk up to somebody in the crowd and just take their freaking head and just give it a big old lick, man. Like,
and they were famous for, I think before their matches, they would like chow down on sardines. So like think about being licked in your face by somebody that just ate a ton of sardines. Like, absolutely disgusting.
ew.
But
Oh
I
my
think
God,
if you
is
go
that
back
a
and
real
watch the
thing?
clips, like, the kids are all like, "Yeah, I'm getting licked by the Bushwhackers."
Yeah, they're like, woo, sardines. Yeah, sardines,
like,
man.
I don't know. It's just there's certain
God.
things that you think a lot about the Attitude Era and the stuff they got away with then, but this is pre-Attitude Era, and it's like you just couldn't do
It was
that.
lawless back then, man. Like, what the fuck? You can like lick people's heads? Like, how is that cool? Like, you know, the tickets were like what, $5 freaking bucks, right? You're like, oh yeah, I got a real good deal on this ticket, and then you show up front row, and the Bushwhackers come out. And they walk over, then they just lick your head, man. I'd ask for a refund on that $5 ticket. I don't know about you. God, sardine breath. I will tell you too, man. I met those guys in the early 90s at some obscure indie show, okay? It was in like, I don't even know, some college. It was like a music venue or some shit. And they had a meet and greet, man. I'm talking like this was my first legit meet and greet. And the Bushwhackers were there. So it was an indie show, but they had some like WWF guys there, like, and ironically, Tommy Dreamer was there, like way, way pure pre-ECW. But anyway, the Bushwhackers were there, and I was like, so those were the only guys I wanted to see because I was a kid, and I was like, oh man, freaking Bushwhackers, you know? So I walk up to get their autograph. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was like 5 feet from them, and I'm like, dude, the body odor coming from those two men was stifling. It was stifling. I was like, but I was a kid and I was just like, all right, I don't care about the smell, whatever, right? Like, it's the Bushwhackers. And then I got my autograph, but damn, dude, I mean, those guys were brutal. I can only imagine you got to work against them, dude. Like, it smelled like they haven't showered in like a week. No shower.
Devastating.
Terrible.
Devastating.
Sardine breath and no shower. Come on, guys. I swear they probably did that shit on purpose. Terrible. God, but they were veterans, man, you know. They were in some brutal matches back in the day, like sheep herders. Like I didn't, you
Yeah,
know,
I've,
of
I've
course I
never
didn't
watched a lot
know.
of sheepherder stuff.
Dude,
You
go
know,
back and
I
watch
hear they were
sheep
like
herder stuff.
it's like a completely different like Vince just turned them into a character for kids, but before that, they were like real tough guys. I mean,
Dude,
I
they were like,
remember
yeah,
being scared of them when I watched them on Family Matters. They made an appearance on Family Matters, if
they
you
did in
remember, Tim.
fact make yes, yes, I do recall that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I remember when they learned that is it Mr. Winslow, Carl Winslow, was that his name on the show?
Carl
When they
Winslow,
learned
yes,
he
sir. Steve
that was
Urkel?
his name, right? So they
Carl
somehow ended
Winslow,
up
yeah.
it was Urkel and Carl Winslow against the Bushwhackers in a tag team match, and I don't think see, back then, you know, it's not like today where the business is unreal and we all know, you know, kayfabe this and kayfabe that, but it's like, I think they were still protecting the business on that episode of Family Matters, but they knew the match was like everybody was in on it, right? So they were taking care of him in the ring. But then when they found out during the match that Carl Winslow was a police officer, well, Bushwhackers didn't like that, if I remember correctly in this episode. So then they started, I guess, kind of shooting a little bit on him, you know? But anyway, I have to go back and watch that episode. I probably haven't watched that in like 25 years, but
Dude,
uh,
I know I remember it, but I can't picture the episode, man. You know what? I have to go back and watch that as well. I'm sure we can find it somewhere on some
you
streaming
got, I mean,
device, right?
Steve Urkel in a singlet is enough to make you need to
Oh,
watch it.
Jesus.
I think
Urkel
he
and a
had a name.
chinglet.
I wish I could remember what his name was because he probably had some obscure wrestling name, like, you know, the Urkelnator or something. I don't know. But he probably had something. And I know you're typing it in the Google machine and you're trying to figure out what it was. But
I am. I'm one finger typing in the Google machine, brother. Right now,
Steve
right now.
Urkel,
Steve
alter egos.
Urkel Bushwhackers. What do I even look for here? The search is gonna pop off after this episode. You watch. So the name of the episode, this was 1994. The name of the episode was Psycho Twins. Okay. In this episode, Urkel accidentally knocks out two professional wrestlers with his invention, snooze juice.
Because I know he made a time machine. Well, I just
He did
remember
make a time machine. Yeah.
he made something that transformed him from Urkel to Stefan. And
Yes.
it was, yeah, I remember
Yes.
that. But
So this says here, forcing him and his neighbor, Carl Winslow, to step in and wrestle as the fictional tag team, the Psycho Twins. They face the real life UE tag team, the Bushwhackers, Luke Williams and Butch Miller, who were portrayed as brawling heels. Portrayed as brawling heels? I think that's all they were portrayed as their entire freaking careers, man. Anywho, the match took a cinematic turn when the Bushwhackers discovered that Carl, dude, you nailed this shit, man. Discovered that Carl was a police officer, leading to a feud fueled by their hatred of cops. Wow, man, I did not see this one coming. Specifically because Luke's mother had been arrested by one. Where, back in New Zealand? Do they have police in New Zealand? I don't know.
perhaps. Although I think maybe Butch was the one from New Zealand. Or were they both from New Zealand?
Dude, I'm pretty sure they were both from New Zealand, just
You're
like
probably
our
right.
man Tony Garea, brother.
Yeah, full circle. But
Yeah.
well, actually, no, Butch. You know, Butch. I wonder if he lived like in the Bronx or Brooklyn for a while. He just strikes me as like, you know, like the heart of New York City. Like, I don't know. He just like, I don't know. I just feel like he's like a real New Yorker, you know, like, I don't know. I know he's from New Zealand, but I think he might have spent some time in New York if you catch my drift.
Who were you talking about again, Gotta?
I'm talking about Butch now.
Oh, Butch. Okay. You really think he's not? Can the producer please check and see if Butch Miller?
He looks like a guy that you know, and I don't want to make this sound stereotypical, but he just looks like a guy that would tell you, you know, the best
They probably
pastries are
are.
over there on 33rd Street. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He's a Brooklynite News Kiwi, brother. There it is. He's those Brooklyn Kiwis. You gotta really
I don't know.
watch
You know
out
what?
for him.
You know what I see? I think it's for personally for me. I think I see a lot of his facial features in my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law is from Queens. So like, I don't know.
Okay, okay.
I kind of see that New York City in him. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, alright, right. Wow, so we just had the
Yeah.
producer in our ear tell us that he passed away. I didn't know that he passed away. Butch?
Yeah, so the story about that is so that was WrestleMania 39 weekend, so that was only
Eh?
3 years ago. It was very rare for Butch to come from New Zealand to the state,
You told me he's
and
from Brooklyn.
I know, I just feel like he is. So, yeah, they went to, Los Angeles where that WrestleMania was, and they were doing they brought him in for the WrestleCon and, like, a live virtual signing that they do, like, the night before, and I remember thinking, "Oh my god, this is so rare," that, like, I literally bought I collect these promos, right? And
Yeah,
and I don't wanna make this about me because we're talking about a man's life,
it sounds
but
like you
I'm just
are.
bringing it, like, full circle. But I was going to send in to this virtual signing because I wasn't going to that WrestleMania. I was like, "Oh, let me get this Luke and Butch autograph," because I have a couple Bushwhacker promos, P-numbered promos.
Yeah.
And,
We can get into those. We can get into
I
those
was
at
like, "I'm
some
gonna
point.
send it in," and I have them. They're over here somewhere. I have another one that's signed by Luke only, but I was like, that might be a chance to get Butch on there." I didn't send it in. I was thinking, "Oh, there'll be another chance." But, I guess something happened or either he didn't have enough of his medication packed with him or something. But yeah, he ended up passing away. Like, I think like
Because he came to the States for a signing and forgot his medication?
something like that. Like, he's not one
Get
that
the
would
hell
travel very
out.
far. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't wanna get it wrong, but our producer just let us know. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's
Oh
RIP to
my god.
Bushwhackers. Well, Butch anyway, but
1/2. Yeah, wow, I didn't even know that he had passed, that's crazy. Man, oh man, okay, like, forgetting your medicine, huh? Somebody should have freaking
something
helped him in the US, man, come on.
I know.
Alright, on a lighter note, I do need to read this last part that I did not get to regarding the Psycho Twins episode of Family Matters. The episode is celebrated for its absurd humor and crossover appeal, blending sitcom antics with professional wrestling. The Bushwhackers later recalled the filming experience, noting that they had to adjust their wrestling style for television cameras, and even had a memorable moment when Luke accidentally licked a stunt woman, causing him to choke.
He did what?
He licked a stunt woman. How do you
Yes.
accidentally lick someone?
He just forgot that he wasn't, oh, wow. Okay, so then that
That
makes me
was
really
heavy.
think that the WWE stuff was always staged when they did that. So what happened? He licked somebody on set, and she wasn't smartened up to the business, I guess?
Dude, I don't, it caused him to choke, it says. Choke on what? Her
So I'm
hair?
sorry, okay, so it didn't okay, so she or whatever happened to the person was fine. It's what happened to Luke or Butch. They started choking from licking?
It was a choke lick. Yeah, a lick choke. My God, I gotta Google this further. This is unhinged here.
Do you
Was
think
not expecting to talk
somewhere
about this.
in, like, the bowels of, like, Fox Studios or whatever, ABC, I think this is probably ABC, of the ABC film vault, do you think exists an outtake with Luke or Butch or whoever it was licking and almost choking?
God, I
Or I
hope
guess
so.
choking?
That would be phenomenal if we can find footage. If anyone can help us find footage of Luke licking a stunt woman on the set of Family Matters, I will actually pay money for that clip. If you can find it,
Okay, but
guys, I
for entertainment purposes, we don't want to watch anybody, physically, like, harmed. I know, but if somebody was choking, we don't need to watch all that, okay?
I choke every time I talk to you, gotta tell you, brother. Accident. We got to find out who this stunt woman is.
Should probably quit the business after that.
I wouldn't doubt it. She's like, wow, if this was what television's all about, I'd give up, man. Holy crap. What a story, man. Jesus. Like, I don't even know what to say there.
Yeah, how come that one never made
Unreal.
the dirt sheets?
Dude, I don't know. Like, what did they have back then? The paper
You wanna
newsletters?
do
Was
that?
it?
We should just find old stuff from the '90s and the '80s and just report it like
Yeah,
for
100%.
PW Insider.
Incredible. Yeah, that would we'd sell a couple of paper copies of that, I think.
Do you think back in the day, Mean Gene was like, "Call my hotline and you'll hear all about Luke Williams on the set of Family Matters."
My God. Hide your wife and kids, guys. Jeez. Not good, man.
Can't believe I pulled a Steve Austin card on 3/16 day. Look at that.
Dude, I know. Let's not let that one slip by. That was just that was fate right there, man. I mean, you couldn't have planned that any better.
No,
And just
sir.
so
No, sir.
everybody knows, it was not a work. That was a sealed pack, and he pulled an
Absolutely.
Austin on 316. I'm trying to see what's going on here with the face licking. I don't know, man. This article is supposed to be about face licking, and I'm not getting any real information here. They wanted to turn heel in the 1990s. They pitched it and were shot down.
Wow. You know what? I'm trying to think of like when their last appearance was. I want to say like they made it into 1996 because I feel like one of their last matches was probably against the New Rockers that I feel like I remember watching on like Superstars. You could probably look that up, but I think the Hongi phase. Do you remember Hongi? Hongi?
Yes, yes, yes.
They might have they might have gone away from, like, the licking, but they would, like, do Eskimo kisses to each other. They would just, like, touch noses, and I don't know if they did that with fans, but it was just like, I don't know, like, imagine, like, Tim, like, "Here, help me out. Let's do it right now. Let's do a hongi. Come on.
A
Come on.
hongi, Scott?
Yeah, do a hongi. Come on. Right here, right now. Come on,
Right there, brother.
to the pod." I can't tell. No, you're turning the wrong way. I can't look. I can't see, but
You're
there
the
we go.
wrong way.
Hongi.
You're the wrong way, gotta. You're
No,
fired.
I'm going the right way. Alright.
All right, that was a fail. God.
Oh, but could you imagine though? You know what? That might have been ahead of their time if they would have stuck around through like the 97, 98. Bushwhacker heel turn. I don't know, man. Who knows? They could
Ooh,
have.
they were, again, I'll say it again, gotta. They were brutal as the sheep herders. I mean, like, you're talking like, I don't know if it was death matches or what all I know is just blood. Every match they were bleeding, man. Barbed wire, like crazy shit. I don't know what organization it was that they were in. I know I saw them. I was watching some like old Jim Crockett stuff. And speaking of wonderful Starcade 85 t-shirt I have on right now. But back in Jim Crockett promotion, when they first rolled out the Crockett Cup, I think they were on the first Crockett Cup because that was all tags. And they were on there as the sheep herders. But I don't know. They must have been in some territory in the US at the time. So it must have been some kind of NWA affiliate would be my guess. But man, those guys were that was like before, hardcore wrestling was really a thing. I feel like, obviously in Japan, sure, but those guys brought some brutality to the US from by way of New Zealand. So / Brooklyn. Yeah, crazy. Oh, I got something real quick here for you. This was an interview that Butch gave, okay, about their appearance on Family Matters. Butch says, "We had a great time there. They were all huge Bushwhacker fans. They got in touch with the WWF, arranged for us to go and do a show. We spent around 3.5 days doing the show. They take you in. They do rehearsals without an audience, then they bring in an audience, and then we do it live. The first rehearsal is a stunt woman. She pops up in front of us. I don't know, popped up in front of them, and I gave her this licking right on her face. Little did I know she had makeup on. I must have had an allergic reaction because my throat closed up. So this was like a serious medical emergency that Butch had for licking a stunt woman's face. I went outside and was sick. The next day, they bring in the live audience. The music plays. The audience gets makes a hell of a noise. I get caught up in the moment. I grab this lady and I give her a licking again. He says, I was sick on the spot and fell to my knees. He did that whole match with me like that. But we had a lot of fun, and people absolutely loved the show. Luckily, I only had 3 words to say on the show, and probably no one understood any of those 3 words. But damn, dude, you lick makeup, dude, and your throat closes up. So what do? You go back the next day and you do some more licking. Like, what are you thinking?
That's wild.
That's wild. What are you thinking? That's insane, man. If that's a shoot, that's ridiculous.
Maybe it's insanity, or maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Speaking of, when they bring in the live crowd, we could have used the live crowd for that one. They would have been like, ha, 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 yeah.
Right. We needed that right there. Again, falling like a lead balloon. We got the unboxings done. Okay. We got to talk about this. Okay. Last week, Mr. Gata over here announced live on air that he, in fact, was going to WrestleMania in Vegas, guys. So Mr. Gata here is headed to WrestleMania Timbo Slice over here found out the other day that he will be picking up Mr. Gata at approximately 3 in the morning, guys. So not sure how he signed up for that one, but Scott will be getting the VIP. He will be getting the VIP treatment very early in the morning and be driven up, chauffeured up to the airport to hop on his plane.
What's the VIP treatment mean? You're going to pick me up with my
VIP.
face?
Well, you never know. You're gonna have to sit in the back seat, Gata. All right. Yeah, and then I'll leave some surprises back there for you. So anyway, I did see where WWE, in honor of 316 Day, let's keep that theme going here, guys. In honor of 316 Day, they were running a sale on a bunch of different live events. I saw like ticket prices, so they were doing discounts. That just tells me they're not moving tickets right now, and we've all heard where they're having major issues selling Mania tickets. And hey, guess what? It's probably because your prices are too high. I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out. But anyway, there was a sale going on. I gotta ask you, did you lock in your Mania tickets this weekend?
So I actually did not. I was going to tonight. I was thinking about it. Although it may still go lower, but the thing is today they were running a sale 31.6% off on this
That's what it
316
was.
day. I think it may have ended at midnight. It's 12:16 right now. I was actually hoping we were done here early enough. I was going to check again. I do keep checking. I checked before
I
I went to
laid
work
this one
this
up for you. I thought you booked the tickets.
Yeah, no, well, I have my hotel. I booked the plane ticket because now it's and I did price protection, but it looks like the prices just keep going up. So I think I got it at the best rate, at least at this time. Mania tickets, I know I can find something as it gets closer. That's no big deal. I mean, I'm going by myself. I don't where I sit, where's where I sit. Honestly, the thing I was gonna try to secure at least today was probably gonna be the Monday Night Raw ticket. But my plan is to only
Okay.
go to one night of WrestleMania instead of two. It's Vegas. Watch parties are back on. It's been widely documented that they were shut off. They are put back on. One of the biggest ones, Stadium Swim. People are familiar with that at the Circa Resort. It's the giant 147-foot screen or something like that, where most people go to watch the games, the football, March Madness, or whatever. And it's Vegas. Pool parties is what it's all about. So why not combine the two? Pool party, WWE, Monday night, or WrestleMania. So I think I would just do that on the Saturday night and then go to
Why not?
WrestleMania actually on the Sunday night. I've been to Allegiant Stadium before. So I've been around the block. I don't really feel the need to, sometimes there's such things as too much wrestling. I can
No.
save a lot of money and just go to one night of WrestleMania. I mean, when I did WrestleMania 40 2 years ago, I did do, it all. I do World 5 days. I did SmackDown. I did WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, Monday Night Raw after. So, yeah, I did all that, and I think
That's
I
a
actually had
marathon,
tickets for the
dude.
NXT as part of the combo. I had tickets to the NXT Stand and Deliver show. It would have been at, like, 12 noon on the Saturday. I used that time to either meet Undertaker or Hulk Hogan. So I just used that time for that or whatever. The deal was because of the deal, I was like, "Well, I might as well just get that extra ticket." Never got really around to selling it to anybody, so it is what it is. Yeah, this year, I think my plan is to still just go to the Sunday Night WrestleMania and then the Monday. When we're done here tonight, I'll look and see if I still see those deals up, if they're still running that 316 sale. I was waiting to see if more opens up. They're only opening certain seats with this. I've been down low. I don't think I've ever been on the floor
Yeah, you
for
have.
WrestleMania. Me and this man next to me here, we went to WrestleMania in Tampa, not 36 because that was the COVID one, but the 37 when they came back from COVID. And, those seats weren't bad. We were lower level. It
They were
was
great,
limited
I thought.
capacity. Yeah, I thought they were great. And I was looking at seats like that today. Now, I'll tell you, the last time I went to Allegiant Stadium was SummerSlam 2021, main event of Roman Reigns versus John Cena. The thing about this venue, it's a cashless venue, and guess what? Their POS system went down that day. And so you couldn't purchase anything. So, I don't know, the head of the stadium or whatever, they just made the decision, "Okay, food's free." And this was 2021. I feel like that was the first year Allegiant Stadium was, running. They
Okay.
were working out the kinks. I don't wanna be biting my nails at the last minute. I'll probably just, pull the trigger as it gets closer here, maybe even tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, but like you
But
said, Gotti, you're a gambling man, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're a gambler, man. You gotta wait till the last second. You'll pull it off. You
there's
got
also you
Lady Luck's on your side.
can always try the seat filler route too, but we won't talk about
Do
that.
they have those? Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, you gotta figure out a plan, man. You sound like you're all over the place. You don't know if you're gonna buy your ticket tonight. You don't know if you're gonna buy it tomorrow. You don't know if you're gonna wait till the last second.
I'll have it.
Come up with a plan.
The bottom line, as Stone Cold would say, is I was gonna go there, I'm gonna enjoy myself. Doesn't matter if I end up sitting in the 400s to 300s or whatever. You know, some of these shows I go to, last big stadium show I went to, SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium. You know, I made it a habit to like, you know, if there's, I'm not gonna say which match, but if there was a match, I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to like watch this match beginning to end from my seat. I was like, I'll go walk around. And honestly, during those matches is honestly usually the best times to like, if you're gonna get merchandise, like, because the merchandise lines
Yeah.
can be out of hand. I
It's
guarantee you, when I go
disgusting.
to Mania, as soon as the stadium opens, the longest lines will be longer than the bathrooms, they'll be longer than the food, they'll be longer than anything, and that's
Oh,
the lines for it's incredible. And Tim, you remember when we went to that WrestleMania with limited capacity in Tampa? It's and I don't get it
even
because at that
then.
Mania, there was actual, like, you could do pre-orders and pick up, and those lines had nobody in them. Yet
Yes,
we went
yes,
to the other
yes.
lines, and people were just lined up to get their souvenir T-shirts that say, "I was there." I don't know if they resell them or whatever, but fans were all about those. But, hey,
Yeah, but
we
who
got
the
to
hell's
go.
gonna buy a shirt that says, "Oh, I was there," when you really weren't there, you know? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. But it's amazing. They print money with merch, dude. Like, I never really realized, you know, because like back in the day, what? It was the merchandise catalog. You didn't freaking see how much they were selling or, you know, how little or how much they were selling. But when you're at a Mania and you see that shit in person, it's like, whoa, dude. Like, it's just Markomania, brother. It's like, you know,
It's
these,
a big cash grab, yeah, and when you see these, like,
yeah.
the numbers of, you know, whatever, WrestleMania did last year, I think they said $66 million, and that's why it's back in Vegas, but I'm sure that 66 million isn't just the ticket sales. That's every bit of WWE World, that's every bit of the paid autograph for each individual person that can average anywhere from like 70 to, you know, $300 or whatever per person. You add all those numbers up, you add all that merchandise up, it's insane. And
It's
then maybe they'll
staggering.
break it. We'll see.
Staggering.
I'll tell you though, those merchandise lines were crazy, but me and Tim, we were the lines I was telling you about with the people doing pre-orders was non-existent. There was a rain delay at this WrestleMania.
It was
So
chaos,
we
man. It
had
was
to
total
evacuate the
chaos.
stadium. Went inside, everybody goes to the merchandise stands. We go over to the, whatever, those pre-order stands because there's workers there and they got nothing going on, and we're just, you know, BSing with them and talking to them and everything. And now we talk about my time on the bump, which was, you know, like that month. Sure enough, they tell us, we're not really with WWE, but they're like, "Oh, are you going to the after party?" And we're like, "What after party?" And they're like, "The after party at blah blah blah." And then we're like, "Huh,
Boom.
to be continued. We'll tell that story another day."
To be continued. Stay tuned. Next episode of the Stiff Shop Podcast, we're going to recap what we did at that WrestleMania in Miami. Scott's already revealed the method here, guys. He's told you how we got the inside scoop on getting the deets on the WrestleMania after party, which, man, we got a story to tell you there, guys. It was a total debacle, as they used to say. But man, that was a fun time in Miami. You know, you
Tampa.
can't go
It was
wrong with a
Tampa.
WrestleMania. Tampa. Did I say Miami again? Why
You
do
totally said
I guess
Miami.
I better. I guess I better go to Miami.
Palm trees.
Anyway, Tampa. Tampa's up and coming, by the way. I mean, can we say that real quick? Tampa didn't used to be great back in the day. Okay, it really didn't. It was you know, a little slummy. Sorry
Well,
for
the
those
next pay-per-view after
Tampaites there.
WrestleMania it's on somebody's birthday.
Ooh, I wonder
And
whose birthday that is.
I wonder. And now that you know what WrestleMania number it is, you know how old you're gonna be.
This is very true. Thanks, Scott, once again reminding me how old I am. Or not me, how old that other guy is. Anyway, so more stories to come, guys. We got a lot planned for you here on the podcasts. We both have huge memorabilia collections. I'm a big wrestling action figure guy myself. Brings me to remind you guys to like, follow, share. The Stiff Shop Pod is what you need to look for on all of your favorite social media platforms. We are on X, right? X, Twitter. We are on YouTube. Our YouTube channel's popping off right now. Thank you to all of those viewers, everybody checking us out. We are now on Apple Podcasts, guys. Big announcement there. We're on Apple Podcasts and we are on Spotify. So if you listen to your podcast, I mentioned it earlier in the show, download us, please. It helps us out here. Like I said, we're just getting started. This is episode number 3. You have tuned in to the Stiff Shot Podcast. My name is Timbo Slice. My man over here is Mr. Bump, Big Papa Bump, Scott Gata. This has been great. We've had an awesome time with you guys on this episode. Like, follow, share, comment, tell us what you guys are thinking, answer some of the questions we had in today's episode, and we will catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.